Well, good morning. This is our devotional for May 12th, 2020. And again, we're taking it from his utmost for his highest. And today in his devotionals, he refers to Second Peter chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. Now, in this first chapter, he talks about everything for everything. His divine power has given us everything we need for godly life through the knowledge of him who has called us to his own glory and goodness. Through these he has given us a great and precious promises, so that so that you may participate in the divine nature, having escaped the corruption of the world caused by evil desires. Boy, that's a great promise. But then he goes on in his devotional to talk about not letting our habits become habits. He points out the fact that sometimes, if we're not careful, we are creatures of habits. And when we are creatures of habits, sometimes our things will become the thing that we worship. We get prideful about our worship. We get prideful about our Bible reading. We get prideful about uh, our our prayer life. And instead of being dedicated and using these tools, these divine disciplines, if you will, or spiritual disciplines, to have a stronger and healthier relationship with God, we start to have a stronger and healthier relationship with them. And he warns that habits shouldn't become a habit, but we should always be aware of them and to be assured that when we do the things that we're supposed to do, that we are not worshiping the fact that we have this great prayer life. We have this There are some who have bought into the idea that if I say the right prayer at the right time, in the right way, in the right position, in the right for the right things, then God's got to grant it to me. And it is not a magic potion or a magic spell. Prayer is our humbling ourselves and entering into God's will and entering into walking with Him. And if we're not careful, he warns us in this devotional that our habits will become our God, not God. So if you are in line with God's will, then step back and ask yourself, am I prideful about my spiritual walk, my quiet time? Am I proud of the fact that I've memorized so many verses? Not that these are bad things, but the fact is that we need to be careful that they don't become the thing that we worship instead of our Heavenly Father. So I leave you with that, and I thank you for listening.